let justice be done,
and just a little bit
though the heavens fall.
of rain.
Hey guys, Kiwi here, warning of spoilers for Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul up to Season 6, Episode 7. In this video, I'll be breaking down and discussing probably what's the final trailer for Better Call Saul Season 6 Part 2 during the mid-season break, with this trailer being almost a minute long. Like the video if you end up enjoying it, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter for more Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad updates. That being said, let's jump into the breakdown. So most of the trailer's in black and white, showing various locations from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, while the song A Little Bit of Rain by Fred Neil plays. Listening to the lyrics, the song is very symbolic in regards to the show ending, along with the Breaking Bad and Gene timelines in general. The lyrics read out, look back on the good times, making you reminisce on the Better Call Saul timeline before everything went to shit during Breaking Bad and afterwards. Also, A Little Bit of Rain could imply the bittersweet ending that this show will probably have. The last Gene teaser had Big Blue Lullaby by Wiley and the Wild West playing, and now we have A Little Bit of Rain by Fred Neil. Just like the last song, I wonder if this song will also be in one of the actual episodes, potentially either during a Gene scene or to open up a Breaking Bad flash forward. So the trailer starts out showing the parking lot to Saul's Breaking Bad office, but with the Statue of Liberty blow up on the roof. We can assume that Saul will somehow get this blow up from the Kettlemans, since we saw them with it in episode 602. Will Jimmy be able to easily ask for it or even take it by force due to Kim still having them under her thumb, or will Jimmy have to convince them to sell it to him, or maybe get it for a favor? We then see Saul's Breaking Bad office looking like the cathedral justice we're all used to. Note that this is before Saul disappeared in the 405 flash forward, as the wall behind his desk is still intact. Now, we already saw a recent teaser of Saul's office looking like this, but with the camera in the other direction towards the door. Will we get another short time skip in the Better Call Saul timeline showing Saul's office renovated to what we're all used to it looking like in Breaking Bad, or is this just during the Breaking Bad timeline? We then get multiple shots of Los Pollos, one outside with the sign and one inside. Interestingly enough, the first shot shows the parking lot full of cars, but the second shot shows the restaurant completely empty. We know that by El Camino, Los Pollos Hermanos is no more, at least in that location, so this has to be during the Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad timeline. We then see the parking lot to Kim's apartment, followed by the same shot inside of her apartment as we saw during the happy ending teaser trailer that aired just after episode 607 aired.
So, after all that, a happy ending.
This would be a good time to mention that I'm not sure if this clip montage of different places will be shown in the actual show as it is in the trailer, or if it's just edited together this way specifically for the trailer. Even if we get this places clip show during an actual episode, it's possible that the clips will be colorized and that they're only black and white specifically for the trailer to imply that a Gene episode is coming. Considering the state we're seeing all of these places in, they have to occur during the Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad timeline and not afterwards during the El Camino Gene timeline. I'm mentioning this now as we already theorized about this in regards to the shot of Kim's apartment and when that takes place from the happy ending teaser, considering the shot is in black and white, which is implying the Gene timeline, but the apartment has all the same furniture as when Kim lives there during Better Call Saul. Also, the living room is cleaned up in regards to this being the spot where Howard died. Now, it is true that this could happen at any point in the timeline, but we saw this trailer on TV directly after watching Howard die when it aired, so that was obviously the first thing that our minds went to. Anyways, we then see a few shots of the courtroom set that we've seen many times on the show, with the first shot being from the judge's perspective, followed by the second shot being a similar shot to when Jimmy sat down alone in the beginning of season 6 after accidentally letting Lalo's name slip up to a few ADAs. We then see the Crossroads Motel, along with the same shot from the Superlab teaser with the lights shutting off, except this time obviously in black and white. This adds to the idea that these clips were originally in color and just have a black and white filter added along to having a Gene type song playing just for the trailer. Especially since I'm pretty sure that Crossroads Motel shot is the same shot from episode 604, I believe, when they did the Wendy scheme, so they could just be taking clips from various moments of the season and adding it all together for this trailer. Finally, we hear Saul saying, "Let justice be done though the heavens fall," while seeing Saul Goodman in his Breaking Bad mansion that we saw at the beginning of episode 601. This is clearly during the Breaking Bad timeline before Saul disappears as Gene. The 601 Breaking Bad flash forward was after Saul disappeared to become Gene, with everything in his house getting repossessed. We see Saul getting ready for the day, looking at a shirt that he wants to try on in the mirror. Also, this mirror is actually the mirror that hides his safe room behind it, as we saw in episode 601. Some are saying that this is is the same yellow shirt that Saul wears in Breaking Bad Season 3 Episode 11, Confessions. This is when Jesse threatened Saul with his own gun after Jesse realized the truth about Saul getting Huel to pickpocket the rice and cigarettes off of him for Walt, which resulted in Walt poisoning Brock. This is one of the true turning points for Jesse against Walt, and I wonder if we're going to see a missing scene from that Breaking Bad episode, potentially along with getting our Walt and Jesse cameos as well. Now, in my opinion, the shirt that Saul holds up in the trailer doesn't look quite as yellow as the yellow shirt that he wears in the show during that episode. I may just be a bit colorblind here or something, who knows. I just wanted to mention that Confessions theory, since it's currently a really popular theory floating around in the comments section for the trailer across all different social media platforms. I'm happy that we get to witness a scene of Saul living in his Breaking Bad house, and I wonder what other Easter eggs it could potentially reveal. Also, the line that Saul says, "Let justice be done though the heavens fall," is something that Chuck actually said in Better Call Saul episode 305 Chicanery.
Let justice be done though the heavens fall.
Let justice be done, though the heavens fall.
Chuck said this after walking away from Howard in the courtroom at the beginning of the episode before the trial occurred. Howard was trying to talk Chuck down to not testify as a witness. Chuck doubled down that he will testify, and then he walks away saying this iconic line. Also, keep in mind that if Chuck would have just taken Howard's advice, he would have never made a fool of himself by publicly breaking down on the stand, but I discussed that more in my Season 3 tier list.
He defecated through a sunroof.
Now, since Jimmy wasn't there when Chuck said this, I find it very eerie that we hear Saul saying the same line in the trailer. Obviously, it's just a popular saying or a figure of speech, but the creators must have included this line as an intentional reference or nod to Chuck, having Saul say something that his brother would and has in the past. So, when is Saul saying this? Is this dialogue specifically during the Better Call Saul timeline, the Breaking Bad timeline, or the Gene timeline? Could it be said at the same time as we hear Saul saying the happy ending dialogue from that teaser, or the we're not friends dialogue from the Office/Bluetooth teaser?
Let justice be done though the heavens fall. So, after all that, a happy ending. I am not your friend. And if you get greedy and you decide to come back for more, don't.
Just like with other teasers, this dialogue kinda sounds like Gene to me, considering how somber, deep, and raspy Bob Odenkirk's voice is, but I could be wrong. Could this be while Gene gets arrested, or when he turns himself in, if that ends up happening, or could this have something to do with Gene going after Jeff for realizing his true identity? Let me know what you think about this crazy trailer, along with any theories or predictions you have that leads up to Season 6 Part 2 in the comments below. Oh, also, this trailer is apparently going by a few different names. On YouTube, it's titled Places, while on Twitter, it's titled Let Justice Be Done. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but whatever. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today. If you're new to the channel, just haven't yet already, subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay updated on when I post new content on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Check out my Patreon or give a super thanks to help support the channel financially. But most importantly, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!
Let justice be done, though the heavens fall.
Let justice be done though the heavens fall.
This chicanery